If you're over 60 and you've been taking your morning walks faithfully, there's something important you need to hear. There is a quiet reason your body may not be responding the way it used to, and most people never realize it until months or years have passed. What I'm about to share is not meant to scare you, but to protect you. Because if you keep doing what used to work, you may be missing a simple adjustment that could make your walking safe, effective, and truly supportive of your health again. And before this video ends, you'll understand why staying until the last minutes matters more than you think. You may have noticed it already. The scale hasn't moved. Your clothes don't fit any looser. Your energy feels flat. And yet, you're still getting up, lacing your shoes, and walking because you were told it was the best thing you could do. You might even feel proud of yourself for being consistent. But inside, there's a quiet question you haven't said out loud. Why isn't this working anymore? If that thought has crossed your mind, you are not alone and you are not failing. Here is what many people never explain. As we age, especially after 60, our bodies respond to movement differently. The same walk that once burned fat and boosted energy can slowly become something that simply maintains the status quo. Doctors and exercise researchers have found that metabolism, muscle mass, hormone signaling, and even blood sugar response all change with time. This does not mean your body is broken. It means your body is asking for something slightly different now. I want you to hold on to 3 ideas as we talk. First, there is a hidden reason your walk may not be helping the way you expect. Second, there is a safe, gentle way to fix this that does not require intense workouts or painful routines. And third, there is one small habit that most people overlook, which may be quietly working against their goals. We will come back to all 3 before we finish. You might be thinking, but my doctor told me walking is good for me. And you're right. Walking is one of the safest, most reliable forms of movement for the heart, the joints, and the mind. It lowers stress, supports circulation, and helps maintain mobility. Nothing I say today will take that away from you. But there is a difference between walking to maintain health and walking to change how your body uses energy. And that difference is where many people get stuck. Let's imagine a typical morning. You wake up, maybe have a cup of coffee or a small breakfast, then head out for a walk at a comfortable pace. You might stroll through your neighborhood, enjoy the fresh air, and feel good that you've done something healthy. But later in the day, you feel tired again. The stubborn weight around your waist hasn't changed. And you wonder if your body is ignoring your effort. What's really happening is subtle. As we get older, our muscles naturally shrink if we don't challenge them in new ways. This process, called age-related muscle loss, means your body uses fewer calories at rest than it once did. At the same time, your body becomes more efficient at doing the same activity. So if you walk the same route, at the same pace, every day, your body learns to use less energy to do it. What once felt like a challenge becomes a routine that no longer sends a strong signal to burn stored fat. This is not your fault. It is your body being intelligent and protective. It wants to conserve energy. It wants to keep you safe. But when that protection goes too far, it can quietly slow your progress. Many people blame themselves. They think they're not trying hard enough. Some feel embarrassed. Others give up. And that's the real danger, losing trust in yourself. If you've ever felt frustrated or even a little hopeless about your health, please hear this. Your effort still matters. Your body is still capable of change. It just needs a new kind of message. There is also something else that often gets overlooked. Many seniors walk in a way that is too gentle to create meaningful change, but too long to allow proper recovery. This combination can raise stress hormones over time. Studies suggest that when stress remains high, the body becomes more resistant to releasing stored fat. You may be doing something good, but in a way that quietly works against you. And that can feel deeply confusing. I know this may be unsettling. You might be wondering, have I been doing this wrong all along? The answer is no. You have been doing what you were told. But now you are learning how to do it in a way that matches your body today. Let me ask you something gently. When was the last time you felt truly strong, not just tired? When was the last time you finished a walk feeling lighter in your body instead of heavier in your legs? Those feelings are important signals. They are not complaints. They are messages. Now, before we move forward, I want to address a common fear. Some people think the only way to fix this is to push harder, walk faster, or add intense workouts. That is not what many health experts recommend for adults over 60, especially if there are joint concerns, balance issues, or heart conditions. The goal is not to exhaust you. The goal is to wake up the right systems inside your body in a safe, respectful way. This is where the first open loop comes back. Remember the hidden reason your walk may not be working? It is not the walk itself. It is that your body has adapted to it. An adaptation, while helpful for survival, can slow the changes you're hoping to see. The second open loop is the safe solution. It does not involve running, jumping, or painful exercise. It involves small changes in how you move, when you move, and how you recover. These changes can help your body recognize that it is time to use stored energy again. And the third open loop, the overlooked habit, has to do with what you do before and after your walk. Many people think this part doesn't matter. But for your body, it can make all the difference. We'll come back to that soon. For now, I want you to take a slow breath. You are not behind. You are not too old. You are not stuck. You are simply learning how to listen to your body's new language. In the next part, we're going to talk about how your muscles, your blood sugar, and your nervous system respond to walking now, and why understanding this can change everything for you. Thank you for staying with me. That choice already says something important about you. You care enough about your health to look for real answers, not quick promises. And now we're going to gently open the door to what is actually happening inside your body when you take that walk, so you can finally understand why your effort feels invisible. Inside your muscles are tiny energy sensors. They decide whether your body should burn the sugar in your blood or reach into its stored fat. When you were younger, those sensors were highly responsive. Even light activity could send a strong signal. But as the years pass, those signals become quieter unless the body feels a clear reason to change. Doctors often describe this as a kind of communication gap between movement and metabolism. When you walk at the same pace every day, your muscles quickly recognize it as familiar and safe. They stop asking for extra energy. Your body shifts into a maintenance mode. It says, I know this. I can handle this. I don't need to change. That is why so many people over 60 feel like they are walking in place, even though they are moving forward. There is also the role of blood sugar. After we eat, our blood sugar rises. Walking can help move that sugar into the muscles. But if the walk is too gentle or always timed the same way, your body becomes very efficient at using only that sugar and never reaching for stored fat. This means you may feel less hungry afterward, but the deeper change you want never happens. It's like watering the surface of the soil without ever reaching the roots. Now, let's talk about your nervous system, because this part is rarely discussed. Your body does not only respond to what you do. It responds to how safe it feels. If you are constantly tired, worried, or rushing, your body may stay in a mild stress state. In that state, it holds on to energy. It does not like to let go. Even gentle stress, over time, can make fat loss more difficult. This is not weakness. It is biology trying to protect you. Have you ever noticed that when you are relaxed and sleeping well, your body feels lighter? And when you are stressed, everything feels heavier? That is not a coincidence. Your walk is speaking to your nervous system as much as to your muscles. This is why simply doing more is not always the answer. Many people think they need to walk longer or harder. But for a body that is already tired, that can feel like a threat. Instead of releasing energy, the body may store it. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of fitness for older adults. You might be feeling a mix of relief and concern right now. Relief because there is a real explanation. Concern because you don't want to make things worse. That is completely natural. And this is where I want to reassure you. The changes we are about to talk about are not extreme. They are gentle signals that help your body feel safe enough to change. Remember the second open loop, the safe solution? It begins with something called variation. Variation simply means giving your body a slightly different message from time to time. This can be as simple as changing your pace for short moments, taking a different route, or walking at a time of day when your body feels more awake. These small shifts wake up those quiet energy sensors without overwhelming you. But we are not ready to apply this yet. There is something important you need to understand first. Many people unknowingly cancel out these benefits with one small habit. It feels harmless. It feels logical. But it can quietly tell your body to stay exactly as it is. Before I explain what that habit is, I want you to think about your own routine. What do you usually do right before your walk? And what do you do right after? Don't judge yourself. Just notice. The answer may surprise you. We will return to this in a moment. But first, there is one more piece of the puzzle: your muscles themselves. After 60, the body becomes more selective about which muscles it keeps strong. If they are not challenged in meaningful ways, the body slowly lets them go. This does not mean you need heavy weights or a gym. It means your walk needs to remind your muscles that they are still needed. When muscles are active, they release helpful substances that improve how your body handles sugar and fat. Researchers sometimes call these exercise signals. They travel through your bloodstream and tell other tissues, it's time to change. Without enough of these signals, the body remains in a holding pattern. This is why people can walk every day and still feel stiff, tired, and unchanged. Their body is not receiving the message it needs. But here is the good news. Your body is still listening. It just needs a clearer voice. In the next part, I will show you how to gently adjust your walking so it becomes a signal for renewal instead of maintenance, and I will finally explain the overlooked habit that may be holding you back. I'm glad you're still here. That tells me you're ready for the part that quietly changes everything. This is where we begin to turn understanding into something you can feel in your body, not just hear with your ears. Let's return to the overlooked habit I mentioned. It is something many people do with good intentions. It feels healthy. It feels responsible. But for many older adults, it can send the wrong message to the body. That habit is eating or drinking something sugary or starchy right before or immediately after your walk, believing it will fuel or reward you. Now, please hear this clearly. Food is not the enemy. Your body needs nourishment. But timing matters. When you eat certain foods around your walk, your body may choose to use that fresh sugar for energy instead of reaching into stored fat. It's like filling a car's tank right before a short drive. You never touch the reserve. Many people grab a piece of toast, a banana, or a sweetened drink before walking because they were told they need energy. Others finish their walk and immediately snack as a healthy reward. Over time, this can train the body to rely on incoming fuel instead of learning to use what it already has. This does not mean you should walk on an empty stomach if that makes you feel weak or dizzy. Safety always comes first. But for many people, even a small adjustment, like waiting a little longer before eating or choosing a protein-based snack afterward, can gently shift how the body responds. This brings us back to the idea of sending a new message. Your walk is not just movement. It is a conversation with your body. When you change the timing of food, the pace of your steps, or the way you recover, you change that conversation. Now let's talk about how to do this in a safe, simple way. The first step is to add what many experts call gentle intervals. This does not mean sprinting. It means walking at your normal pace, then slightly faster for 20 to 40 seconds, then returning to your comfortable pace. This small change tells your muscles, pay attention. It wakes up those quiet energy sensors without putting stress on your joints. You might try this 2 or 3 times during a walk. That's all. You should still be able to breathe and talk. If you feel pain, you slow down. The goal is not exhaustion. The goal is communication. The second step is to change your route or environment when possible. Even small changes, like walking on a different street or in a park, can stimulate your brain and nervous system. When your brain is engaged, your body responds more fully. This helps your walk feel new again, even if it is the same length. The third step is to honor recovery. After your walk, give yourself a moment to breathe, stretch gently, and notice how you feel. This tells your nervous system that you are safe. When the body feels safe, it is more willing to release stored energy. Now, I want to return to the emotional side of this. Many people over 60 carry quiet disappointment about their health. They may feel they have missed their chance or the change is no longer possible. If you have ever felt this way, I want you to know something important. Your body is not keeping score. It does not punish you for the past. It only responds to what you do now. Every small change is a signal of care. Every step you take is a message of hope, even if you cannot feel it yet. There is one more open loop we need to close, the promise of a deeper reassurance. You may be wondering, what if I try this and nothing changes? That fear is natural. But studies indicate that the body can adapt at any age when given the right signals. Progress may be slower, but it is still possible. And often, the first change is not on the scale. It is in your energy, your sleep, your confidence. In the final part, I will share how to recognize the early signs that your body is responding and how to protect yourself from the most common mistake that causes people to give up too soon. Thank you for staying. You're now at the point where most people quietly drift away, but this is where everything begins to feel different. This is where you learn how to notice the changes that don't show up on a scale, yet mean your body is finally responding again. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting only one kind of proof, a lower number on the scale. When that doesn't happen right away, they assume nothing is working. But your body changes in layers. The first layer is not fat loss. It is awareness. It is energy. It is the way your joints feel when you stand up, the way your clothes rest on your shoulders, the way your breath feels when you walk. Doctors often say that the earliest sign of improvement is not weight, but resilience. You recover faster. You feel steadier. You notice you can walk a little farther without feeling drained. These are quiet signals that your body is waking up. If you pay attention, you may notice that your sleep becomes deeper, your appetite feels calmer, and your mood lifts slightly. These changes matter. They tell you that your nervous system is beginning to trust the new pattern you're creating. Now, I want to gently talk about the most common reason people stop just before things improve. They compare themselves to their past. They remember how quickly their body used to respond and feel discouraged when today's progress feels slower. But your body is not trying to return to the past. It is building a new present. And that takes patience. Let me ask you something personal. When you imagine yourself feeling healthier, what do you truly want? Is it just a number? Or is it the ability to move with ease, to feel confident, to enjoy your days without constant fatigue? Those goals are still within reach. There is one more protective insight I want to share with you. Many health experts agree that consistency with small, safe changes is more powerful than any intense routine that cannot be sustained. Your walk, when gently adjusted, becomes a daily reminder to your body that it is cared for. That message alone can shift how your body responds to stress, food, and movement. Before we close, I want you to remember the 3 ideas we opened with. The hidden reason your walk wasn't working was adaptation. The safe solution was gentle variation in timing. And the overlooked habit was how and when you refuel. You now understand how these pieces fit together. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to begin again. In the next and final part, I will guide you through how to make this a natural part of your life and how to stay motivated without pressure or fear. I'm glad you chose to stay. What we're about to talk about now is not about effort or discipline. It's about trust in your body, and trust in yourself. Because when health becomes something you fear losing, it can quietly take over your thoughts. And when that happens, even good habits start to feel heavy. Today, we are going to lift that weight from your shoulders. You have learned that your body did not stop responding because you failed. It changed because it adapted. And now, with just a few gentle signals, you are inviting it to respond again. That is a powerful thing. Many people never reach this understanding. You did. The most important step now is to make these changes feel natural, not forced. You don't need to think about them every second. You simply choose one small adjustment and let it become part of your routine. Maybe it's adding 2 short, faster intervals during your walk. Maybe it's waiting a little longer before eating afterward. Maybe it's choosing a new route once a week. These are not rules. They are options. You decide what feels safe and manageable. Some days will feel easier than others. That is normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is continuity. When you miss a day or feel tired, you do not start over. You simply continue. Your body responds to patterns, not single moments. I want to speak directly to a fear many older adults carry but rarely say out loud. The fear that time is running out. That if change doesn't happen soon, it never will. But studies indicate that the body can adapt even in later decades of life. New strength can be built. New habits can be formed. New confidence can grow. Your body is still capable of surprising you. You deserve to feel safe in your body. You deserve to move without worry. You deserve to wake up with hope instead of doubt. Every step you take now is not just exercise, it is an act of self-respect. As you continue, pay attention to how you feel, not just how you look. Notice the moments when your breath feels lighter, when your legs feel steadier, when your mind feels calmer. These are signs that you are moving in the right direction. And if you ever feel uncertain, come back to this message. You are not doing this alone. There are many people walking this path with you, even if you never see them. Your commitment connects you to something larger, a community of people choosing health with courage and care. Before we part, I invite you to take one slow breath and remind yourself, I am learning. I am capable. I am moving forward. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.